Which personality is right for you? Business partners and/or employees. Or a friend? Or as a couple? Are you an extrovert, introvert or ambivert? If you understand this difference, of course you are easier to get along with, adapt to any person. But you need to know yourself objectively first. Not all extroverts are bad, not all introverts are good, and vice versa. Every individual has elements of an introversion and extroversion personality. People whose personality is dominated by introversion elements are called introverts. While those who are dominated by extroversion are called extroverts. Introvert personality. Introverted personality enjoys a quiet atmosphere and tends to be closed. An introvert prefers to listen than talk. Sometimes they think several times before speaking and don't need to speak if it's not necessary. In fact, they are often worried or afraid to speak in public. Introverted personality hates change. The new atmosphere made them uncomfortable. They are difficult to adapt. To build energy in them, an introvert tends to do things alone without other people. Even an introvert will prefer to vacation alone or only in small groups. They love adventures in the countryside, or just sunbathing on the beach while reading a book. Their personality that prefers small groups can open up to a few people, especially people they have known and trusted for a long time. Therefore, an introvert does not have many close friends. However, friends with introverts are usually durable. Even people always call introverts more suitable to be friends. Naturally, because of their personality that do not like interaction with other people, they tend to be independent and quiet. Extrovert personality. An extrovert is a socially active person, always wants to appear in public. They can make friends with anyone without difficulty, so they have quite a large list of friends. An extrovert gains strength by interacting with other people. Extroverts tend to like to talk, argue and socialize and are open to other people, so they seem friendly. They are easy to accept change, so adapting to a new environment is not a big problem for them. Extroverts are excited to meet new people and don't hesitate to start conversations with new people, so they seem friendly. Likewise, when they want to go on vacation, extroverts will choose to be with large groups, and visit places where there are lots of people. Extroverts can be considered close friends or friends. Extroverts tend to like to be amid many people. Of course, they like to go to parties or gatherings that are attended by many people. Ambivert personality. Of the two persons, there is one other person, which is called ambivert. Most people only know introverts and extroverts, even though there are also personalities known as ambiverts. What's the difference? People with an ambivert personality type have a balance of extroversion and introversion, so that neither one dominates. If introverts and extroverts have certain tendencies in behavior, ambiverts will usually behave according to conditions. That is, an ambivert person can sometimes be an introvert, but at certain times they can also be an extrovert. Oftentimes, ambiverts are seen as a balancer in socializing. An ambivert can be a good listener like introverts, but when needed, they can also be communicators or people who voice their opinions so that others can hear them. An ambivert personality is usually easy to mix with like an extrovert, but also sometimes likes to be alone and doesn't talk much like an introvert. Are you an extrovert, introvert or ambivert? To find out you are an ambivert, you must be assisted by professionals in the field of psychology. You will be asked to fill out questions, to which your answers will indicate you are an ambivert, extrovert or introvert. Because an ambivert is a combination of extrovert and introvert, many people think of an ambivert as someone who doesn't have a stand. That's not the case. The following are the characteristics shown by ambiverts. One of the signs of an ambivert personality is good at socializing, easy to communicate but also likes to be alone in certain situations. They can get along with the people around them, but also like to be alone at times if they really need to. People who are ambiverts can turn out to be good listeners and talkers. If they really need to express an opinion, they are not shy about expressing it. On the other hand, they can also be a good listener if the situation requires it. An ambivert has a very high sense of empathy. People with high empathy usually care about others and are good at understanding other people's feelings. High empathy also makes them good listeners. Therefore, people with this personality are often used as a place to express complaints. Knowing this personality can help you to identify your own personality. This can also help develop yourself to become a more flexible person because you are basically a changeable personality. The advantages of being an ambivert. The advantages of an ambivert: people who have an ambivert character have a position in the middle, namely between introverts and extroverts. They have unique traits and can take advantage of both personalities and apply them to certain situations. One. Have a healthier and more stable relationship. One of the advantages of being an ambivert is that they have a more stable relationship, be it between their friends or their partner. This is because they can listen as well as socialize well in the public, and doesn't talk much like an introvert. In addition, people with ambivert characters are more flexible and emotionally stable, so when they are facing problems in relationships, they tend to be the middleman. Two. Have a good management system. The next advantage for someone who has an ambivert character is to have a good management system. Next, what are the disadvantages of being an ambivert? One. People who have an ambivert personality are considered more flexible because they can position themselves as both introverts and extroverts. However, unwittingly being an ambivert also has an extra pressure, and this is the weakness of this personality. This extra pressure exists because they try to maintain a balance in placing themselves in all situations, so that sometimes people with this personality feel tired. Being an ambivert person is usually obtained from life experience and upbringing from a young age, from the environment. What are the personal differences between extroverts and introverts or ambiverts in making decisions? Introverts and extroverts as well as ambiverts also go through different processes when making decisions. The Harvard Business Review examines which type of boss is better, introvert or extrovert or ambivert. Given that extroverts are more easily stimulated when interacting with many people, they are more interested in the type of work that requires them to work together with other people. Jobs in marketing, sales, to become an artist are perfect for them. A leader with an extroverted personality. The company will earn high profits if they lead passive employees. That is, leaders with this model are more liked by employees, can direct and give instructions. However, when they work with active, self-employed employees, the company's profits decline because the workers prefer to work on their own methods. Meanwhile, introverts tend to prefer work that can be done independently. This means that various decisions taken in their work can be done alone without having to communicate or discuss a lot with other people. Fields of work that are suitable for them are writers, designers, to advisors. A leader with an introverted personality. The company will earn high profits if they lead active employees. That is, leaders with this model are more liked by employees, can provide opportunities for employees to be creative and develop more. Bosses with introverted characters usually prefer to listen and help their employees to recognize their potential. What about ambivert personality? They tend to be able to work at any level and field. Ambivert personal can be both personal. Conclusion. A leader with an extroverted personality is more suited to leading employees who must be supervised. while an introverted leader is more suitable to lead employees who are able to work independently. The negative impact of extrovert and introvert personal decisions. Extroverts tend to make decisions too quickly. Before really thinking through whether they really want something or not, extroverts tend to decide things spontaneously. They choose to live it first to find out whether it is really what they want or vice versa. For introverts, the process of thinking things through carefully is something that must be done before deciding. Even so, introverts often forget to look at the outside world and make sure that the decision is the right one. The problem is, introverts are often so wrapped up in their own thoughts that they forget the fact that there are other factors to consider as well in making a decision. If you have an ambivert personal boss, they will usually bring out their extroverted and introverted traits based on the needs of their employees. Whether they will bring out the directive side or be a good listener depends on the personality of their own employees. How about when an extrovert is placed as a product marketer? People think that extroverts are more skilled, but in reality, ambiverts are actually more skilled. This is because they can speak well, as well as being good listeners. Therefore, when it comes to sales, ambiverts are better able to listen to what customers want without appearing too excited. Now, of course you have understood the three persons, right? Which personality do you belong to?